Welcome back everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to completely disable the camera and scope HUDs for easier screenshots and better video recording. The glitch we're going to be using for this is called hold smuggling, and it was discovered by Mozz and NaN Gogh with additional effects found by NX721. As always, I will have links to each of them listed down in the description. To do this, we're going to need any material we can cook that we have 5 or less of. We're not going to be losing this item permanently, we're just going to be using it temporarily to accomplish this glitch. You're also going to need a horse for this, preferably a tamed one, so when you leave it somewhere, it doesn't start wandering off on you. And then you're going to need some place with a ledge that you can jump onto your horse from. Depending on where you do this, some areas might have access to a cooking pot. If they don't, you are also going to need a portable pot. If you don't have one of these, you can get one at either of the dispensers on the Great Sky Island. So once we have everything we need, the first thing that we want to do is go and set up wherever it is that we want to record or photograph. For this video, I'm going to be going down to Satori Mountain. So once you get wherever it is that you want to record or take your picture, go ahead and sleep and advance the time and skip the weather or whatever you need to do to set up the area for how you want it to be, because we're going to be setting up a save and then coming back to that save with the glitch prepared. So once we load back in, it's going to be activated and you're going to want to be prepared to start recording or taking your pictures. So go ahead and get everything how it is that you want it and then put down a save. And once that's done, you can go ahead and go back to wherever it is that you're going to perform the glitch itself. For this video, I'm going to be doing it at Lookout Landing, so that way anybody can easily watch this and follow my steps one for one. So once we get into wherever we're going to be setting up the glitch, we're just going to make sure that we have our horse in place. And if you want to, my coordinates are on the map. If you want to line this up exactly where I did, or roughly where I did if you want some guideline. So we're just going to get our horse in place so we can jump on top. And now, important, if you're in a location where you do not have access to a cooking pot, the first thing you need to do before we start this is you need to place down your portable pot. If you do this later, it's going to break the glitch and you'll have to start all over again. So we'll put that down. Now we're going to go get up on our ledge. And now, at this point, I recommend, if you're using your HUD, turn it off, because this will need to be disabled to completely remove all elements, even when the glitch is activated. But if you wait until after performing the glitch to do this, changing the HUD will disable the glitch. So I advise doing that now so you don't forget. The only thing that you would have needed your HUD for would be lining up the horse, and that's already done, so you will not need this for anything else. So turn it off now, just to save yourself the headache. So once we're in position to jump on our horse, we're going to, I'm going to even take our weapon just to show. We're going to hold down R. And now, very important, you cannot just be holding your weapon. You need to press up on the D-pad and pick literally any item. It does not matter, but you need an item in your hand. If you're just holding your weapon with R, this isn't going to work. So with our item in hand, we're going to jump forward off the ledge onto our horse, but before we land on the horse, just a little bit before it, we're going to press plus to go into our menu. And I'm going to do that in a moment, and you'll see that when I fall, once Link stops going forward and starts to fall straight down, that's when I'm going to pause. That's the general timing that you kind of want to look for. So I'm going to do that now. So once we're in our menu, you don't need to hold R anymore, that doesn't matter. So now we're gonna find our one material that we got at the beginning, and we're gonna hold all of that until we're at 0 in our menu. Once we have all of that, and our menu says 0, very important, you have to be holding all of it, we're gonna press minus, go to our adventure log, and we're gonna go and load up one memory. As always, you do not need to watch this, you can press X and plus to skip it, we just need to load it up. And once that's done, we're going to press plus again, and you should see that you're not holding the items anymore. If you're still holding the items, you didn't take an item out when we were holding R before we jumped on the horse, and you need to start over. So from here, not holding the items, we're going to press X, and we're going to take those items out again until we have 0 in the menu. Then we're going to press B, land on our horse, then press R and up on the D-pad. Do this pretty quickly because we don't want those items that fell to blow away. If they get too far, it's going to kind of mess things up. The timing isn't going to be super strict, but this is just to give you as much time as you can possibly get. So what we need to do is in here, look for the items that we were just holding. It'll be a stack of 0, and we're going to select this, and we're going to throw the number that we were holding. So if you were holding 5 of them, you need to throw 5 of them onto the ground. I'm holding 2, so I'm only going to need to throw 2. So I'm going to do that now. And then once that's done, we're just going to press X or press B, and we're going to get off the horse. And you'll see that those items that fell down and were blowing around have come back to our hand. Now we're going to press plus, and you'll see that even though it looks like we're holding them, the game thinks that we're holding no items. Now we're going to press X to stop holding, and you'll see that those items are sort of glued to your hand now. Now we're going to press B to close out of this, and it still looks like we're holding. So now we want to take these and toss them into our cooking pot. You can skip through, you don't have to watch all this. We just need to cook to get the items out of our hand. And now we're all done here. Don't worry about the items on the ground because, like I said, none of this matters, none of this is saving. Because now we're going to press plus, go to our system, and we're going to load up the save that we made on location where you want to record or take your pictures. Now, once you load in, you need to press plus, go down to your materials. You'll see that if you see the item that we were holding, you'll see that it's a stack of 0 still. Now we want to press X to bring back the items. You'll see that it still says we're holding nothing, but it looks like we're holding what we were holding before we loaded the save. Once we see this, we're going to press B to close out, and then we're going to press plus to go back into our menu. And now you'll see that those items are being counted in the holding bar now. From here, we're going to press X to stop holding all of the items until we're not holding anymore, like this. And then you're going to press X again and re-hold all of those items again till you have 0 in the menu. Then we're going to press B, and you should see that you're not holding anything. You can still sprint around, you have full movement, but in the menu, it looks like we're holding the items. Now, if you click in R3, or if you open up the camera rune, you'll see that all of the HUD for it is completely gone. You now have full, completely uninterrupted display for higher quality screenshots, as opposed to taking pictures with the camera and then trying to take a screenshot of that from the album, because the quality on the in-game camera, if you're not familiar, is absolutely abysmal. So this will be a nice way that you can completely get around that and just take regular screenshots without having to deal with the camera UI elements on the screen blocking everything. And then, like I said, you can click R3 to zoom in, and then you can click L again to go back to the camera to cycle between zoom in and zoom out. And you still have complete movement while you're in here, so this is perfect for filming cinematic shots, get nice side pans like this. You know, I'm sure you can come up with much more creative ways to use it, but, you know, just to show you what you can do with it. And now this is only going to persist until you go through a loading screen or change your HUD, or I'm sure some other things, but those are the scenarios that I've found that will cancel the glitch, which is why the first thing that we did was come on location and get ourselves prepared to actually record or take our pictures. And while you're in the camera, while the general functions of the camera and the scope don't work, like you can't really put down pins or take actual pictures with it, you can still press X and go into selfie mode too. So this will also work as a completely UI-free selfie mode. And one more little thing that I wanted to do is show a side-by-side of the difference in quality between taking a screenshot with this glitch and taking a normal picture with the camera in-game and then screenshotting that picture from the album. So this picture that you see is a screenshot taken with this glitch, and this is a screenshot of a picture taken with the actual camera ability in the game. I'm sure I don't have to point out the complete night and day difference of image quality. So just to give you a visual representation of the benefits of using this over just dealing with the camera rune, or maybe climbing onto some walls and trying to work with weird angles. You know, this will let you just completely fully move around. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any new glitch discoveries. There's a link to the Discord down in the description if you'd like to come join the community. And as always, if you liked this video or if it helped you out, leave it a like and let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you next time.